So, this is quite a different video, so all of you, better sit down, because I've got quite the story to tell today. I remember it like it was yesterday, because at the time of me recording this, it was yesterday. But, anyways, how about we begin our little story? So, have you ever heard of meringues? They're like a little, they're basically like little marshmallow swirl things, I guess. They're like quite soft, yet crunchy. Let me just throw a picture of one up for you. Are you appetizingly excited yet? Because I know I am looking at that thing. But, anyways, yeah. So, yeah. Me and my friend, who I am going to call, for privacy reasons, by fake name, I'm going to call them Alex. So, Alex and I were making meringues. Alright? So, yeah, I didn't really know how to make them, but they did. So, they were kind of showing me how to do it, and I was kind of helping out, you know. And I should probably explain the process right here. So, you know, just so you have context for everything's going to happen. So, first of all, so first you need a few egg whites. Yes, marshmallows have egg whites in them. At least now I know why they're not vegan. But keep the egg yolks out of it, okay? you can use those to, I don't know, make an omelet later or something. But yeah, besides the... But yeah, after that, you'll pour the egg whites into an electric mixer, like a bowl attached to one of those, and then start mixing it until it is large, white, and thick. So, it'll be like a white batter, kind of. And then, you need to pour in a bit of, actually 2 types of salt. Then, while it's in the process of mixing, you also need to throw, oh, by the way, it's 4 large egg whites to be exact. And also, the bowl that you pour the egg whites into cannot be plastic, alright? It has to be metal. So, while it's being mixed, you need to pour in some casting sugar. And then, after that, you need to beat it for a bit more. Maybe mix it a bit with a spoon. Like, you know, just pick it up, flip it over, and mix it around. And repeat for a bit. Until then, you pour in some icing sugar. And then you repeat the same process you did with the casting sugar. So, after that, then... Oh, by the way, you need to make sure that your oven is preheated to about 110 degrees. And then, after you've got that done, you can pop them in the oven for about an hour and 15 minutes. Yes, they take a long time to cook. And then, boom, you've got some delicious meringue cookies. So, now you know how to make them. Oh, by the way, the batter itself is pure marshmallow. You have to try the batter on its own. It is beautiful. But, yeah, now I can tell you what went wrong and all the ups and downs of our little adventure today. Well, yesterday. Alright, so, first of all, the thing that you actually, like, squirt them... Oh, yeah, you also need, like, baking paper and a tray, obviously. But the thing you squirt the batter into a tray with, onto, like, baking paper with, I think they're called, piping bags. Yeah, we didn't have any of those because we had other people who were meant to pick up the piping bags and all the other things, but they forgot our piping bags, so yeah, that was a big delay, and took a lot longer because it said missing piping bags. So what happened next? Let's see. Let me just recount this in my head. I don't have any video evidence of it happening, but so oh yeah, after that it was a gas oven, so we had to figure out how those worked because they weren't ours. But yeah, after that after that happened, there was also a pretty there was quite the large problemo. Yes, there was. And what was that problemo, you ask? Okay, fine, I'll tell you. Jeez, nobody be so pushy. So the next problem that me and my dear old buddy Alex faced was that me and him, actually things were going pretty decently, but then we had to figure out, like, oh god, how do we get this bowl out of here? But then we realized, oh, we can just take it out of the bowl and do what we need to do with it. Although we did pass around a bit of the batter to everyone after it was finished. And things were going pretty decently, except for the piping bags, which still hadn't arrived. So, we had to wait a long time to get those. But, luckily, when we did, things got back on track. So, yeah, although that did take quite a while. So, then we, then we got it into the piping bags, and, I'm not very fond of getting my hands dirty, but I was willing to do it for the meringues. So, yeah, I got a lot of batter onto my hands while helping Alex get the things into get the batter into the piping bags. So, imagine me, but my hands are covered in a sticky white fluid. Don't worry, it's just marshmallow. It's fine. But, yeah. Then after that, we just squirted it all onto 2 baking trays and 2 baking papers, and yeah, and did I mention that once we got there, someone had turned off the oven? It was meant to be preheated, so yeah, we had to get the oven preheated again, and then we put one of the trays in once that happened, and oops, the other one doesn't fit. One of the trays is too big for the microwave. No, the oven. So then we had to take another oven, and so, we preheated the oven, and oh my god, there was a plastic bag in there. Who puts plastic bags in ovens? What is wrong with you? Ugh. But yeah. Then we had to wait a bit longer for the toxic fumes to come out of there. And then we put the baking tray into the oven and finally got it going. And then we waited and waited. And Alex had headphones in his phone, so he could watch something for a bit. But I didn't bring those with me, so I was just stuck there, waiting in silence for over an hour, looking at the little swirly squirts of white fluids. But yeah, after that, after a very interesting experience, the meringues were quite nice. I definitely recommend trying some if you have the ingredients, piping bags, an electric mixer, and an oven. Oh yeah, and also baking paper and trays. So, yeah, they're quite costly to first start making them, but in general, they taste really good. Sorry, I have a Coke here. But, yeah. Then we got them to a bunch of friends who we made them for, and yeah, we all enjoyed them. It was quite the effort behind the scenes, and quite the moment, but it was enjoyable. All worth it. Not really, but anyways, that is my little meringue story. Although I actually have another one that I'd like to tell you. So I went to Dublin Zoo today. Just took a nice trip to Dublin Zoo, and there were 2 situations that I wanted to talk about. So, first of all, the main character ape. I will forever remember this, especially since it's on the internet now. But, yeah, an ape who was definitely having a severe case of main character syndrome was jumping up, like, on some platforms, and then just Mario Goomba stomped on one of the other ape's heads and then smacked it in the face and started pulling on its ear. Oh god, apes are ruthless, especially to each other. But yeah, another one, I was eating a sandwich at a park bench, like, not a park bench, it was outside a restaurant, and, guess what? A seagull swooped in, stole my sandwich, refused to elaborate, and left. So it literally just did a drive-by theft of my sandwich. Great, so now you know 3 stories. A meringue story, an ape with main character syndrome, and a seagull who stole my sandwich. Man, this Coke is good. But, yeah. Those are some very interesting stories for you, so hopefully this gets out pretty soon. Hope you like it. Goodbye, my fellow fellows.